The way that we see this is for the last several decades, and in my career, certainly in the last 26 years of being in the technology industry myself, I've witnessed so many different eras of automation. And most of those eras of automation have happened with these things, with keyboards and computers and enterprise software. And they've happened for good reason. They've delivered enormous amounts of value, productivity gains, reduced costs, made companies more efficient, more innovative, and so on. We think that this next frontier, as Jensen calls it physical AI, this next frontier of physical AI is unlocking the next frontier of automation, which we think is industrial mobility automation. It's the same principle of operating business processes that are, again, repeatable and mundane and robotic in nature, and doing those things on wheels, right? Our keyboard is not a keyboard, it's a vehicle. It has wheels and it performs a job. So that's how we sort of frame it. The real need for our customers is everything that's documented, well documented, I think, in news channels every single day, that we have, productivity is a two-sided coin. If you can get, double the duty cycles for your baggage going from the terminal building to the airplane, you've got a productivity hike. That's good news. If you don't have that technology, and indeed you have a driver shortage in whatever fleet you're operating, it has the reverse effect. That's a productivity drain. And so productivity is a really key output for any form of automation, whether it's on keyboards or in vehicles. So that's definitely a big part of that. Productivity is not the only metric, however. So optimization of processes, and a lot of these processes oftentimes have lots of humans in them. You might not be surprised to know, and this is true in airports and ports and construction and in all sorts of different walks of life that we operate in. You have the physical human driver doing part of the task, and then you have other folks in tabards that are watching them doing the driving because of health and safety. So there's an optimization challenge as well that you overcome when you remove all humans from these sort of harmful environments where safety is a big challenge. And of course, safety is a big component of autonomy in all forms of autonomy. But it is most deeply felt actually in the working environment where we have, because we have an appalling track record of people being injured or worse but for driving for a living in whatever environment they're driving. And we can solve that. That's worth solving. So productivity, optimizing processes, reducing costs, safety. And then, of course, I think one of the big ones that is often forgotten is the sustainability angle. I speak to CEOs of large fleet operators all the time, and they're telling me that they're being driven by the need to, if you like, surrender their hydrocarbon fleets. But the business case is really tough. They've got sunken investment into these hydrocarbon fleets. It's really difficult to retire them. They still work, they're still performing a task, but they feel the need, and they're being sort of pushed into electrification. And in the absence of autonomy, the impetus for that change is not there. The business case is hard to come by. When you couple electrification with autonomy is, if you like, the big golden ticket, if you will, to be able to afford and justify in a business case the transition to electric fleets. So we think across all of those dimensions, well-meaning, good operating, well-run companies are all thinking along those lines of extra productivity, greater optimization, lower cost, safer operations, and of course the sustainability angle as well.